Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a really exciting video. We're going to be playing around with the new Haus Stupid Love palette. I am so excited because I love the colors in here. It's definitely right up my alley. I love colorful eyeshadow, you guys know this, and I'm excited that they're now going into like the more colorful eyeshadow route because their first palette was a more neutral palette, and I actually like that palette though. Like I use it a lot, like quite often. I don't really ever see anybody talk about it because it's just like a neutral palette, but it is really good. I like it a lot. So I'm excited that they're now moving into like more colorful eyeshadows. I'm gonna be using the Stupid Love palette box packaging, and then the actual palette has the same packaging. It just says Stupid in black. Yeah, I will include some swatches and close-ups of the palette while I'm talking, so let me give you guys some info really quick. This is the little promo card in here. So this palette is launching on May 19th, so when I upload this video it will be tomorrow, May 19th, and it will be available on the Instagram checkout page. So like if you go on Instagram and just like click the little like thing like that, you can like purchase it through there. You can purchase it on houselabs.com, or you could also purchase it on Amazon, Prime shipping with it as well. So that is when it is launching. It says Stupid Love eyeshadow palette. It says one house, 18 shades, and it says we want to color your world, escape into stupid love, and embrace your color story with 18 shades of full intensity pigment inspired by Lady Gaga's 6th album, Chromatica. So it says it's high pigment, multiple finishes, weightless, cruelty-free, and vegan. 8 mattes, and I think the rest are like shimmers. I love that this palette is like a blue palette with a pop of like a couple neutral shades, because most of the time it's always like a neutral palette with like a pop of blue. That's pretty much like what most brands will release when they're like color. It's like here's a neutral palette with like 87 browns and like 2 blues. So I'm glad that it's mostly like blue with like a couple pops of neutral and like more warm tone shades. And I feel like the oranges and like the warm tone browns in here are really good companion shades with the blues. I did do a little tutorial using the palette, and this is the look that I came up with today. A little like review at the end of the video. So I also want to mention that this little like insert comes with the palette too. I think it's really cute. It just has Lady Gaga's face on it. I'm excited for it. I feel like Haus gets a lot of hate, and I really don't know why. Like it's just so random. Like I don't know. Haus has a lot of my favorite products. Like you guys know I use the Dust lip crayon pretty much every day. That's like my only lipstick that I wear now. I love their lip crayons. I love their Glam Attacks. I love their first palette they came out with. I love their eyeliners, their lip liners. There's so many products from Haus that I really like. I love their glosses. So I don't know why they get so much hate. It's really weird. Anyways, enough of me rambling. I did do a tutorial on this look right here using the palette. So if you guys want to see how I got this look right here and to hear my review on this palette, then just keep watching. So my eyes are already primed, so we're just gonna jump on in to the palette. I'll like lift it up too much because it is like super metallic, so it's like super blinding when I put it to the camera. So start off with the shade Enigma, and that is this shade right here. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to lift it up too much because it'll mess with my lighting with how reflective it is, but it's the light blue right here. I'm gonna start packing this on the outer corner and into the crease. And I'm starting off lightly because I don't really know how pigmented these are, but so far it's going on okay. Once I've patted that down where I want it, I will start blending it out. I'm going to do a cut crease, so I'm going to take things a little bit higher. And I'm also going to kind of bring this out a little bit because I think I might kind of wing it out. So I do think it is not as pigmented as like the pan, but I'm not too mad at it because I think I probably would only use this color as like a transition shade for the other blues. So that's as much as I can like build that color up, which actually it looks pretty similar to the color in the pan. It's a little patchy, like just right here, but other than that, I mean, it's not anything like super crazy. I've honestly dealt with worse. I think the shadow is nice. I think it builds up nicely as well, and it's not super pigmented at first where it's hard to blend out, you know. It's a good transition shade for the other colors in the palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with like a little bit of a smaller brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Sin? Is it Sin? It's S-I-N-E. That shade right there. It's like the cobalt blue. And actually, I lied. I think I'm gonna go in with another color. I'm going with Peace actually, which is like the aqua. That color right there. Throw this in the crease because I want to add some of this color in there. I think it's really pretty. Ooh, okay, this one's nice. I like this one. this color a lot. I wish it was like, again, a little bit more pigmented, but it builds up nicely. I really like this color a lot. I think it's super pretty. It builds up to a really nice pretty aqua. So I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller brush now, and now I'm going to go in to Sign, which is, or whatever this is called, it's the cobalt blue in here. And I'm going to take this, pretty much do the same thing, but just taking it a little bit lower in the crease. But I'm just going to take this on my brush and again focusing that on the outer corner. I like to pack my shadows on first and then start blending them out. I just feel like I get the best color payoff that way. Taking this on the outer corner and then a little bit lower in the crease, and this is going to add some depth to that aqua color. I'm really focusing it right here too because I am going to do a cut crease, so that's going to make that look really nice and cut when I do that. Again, it blends out fine. I just feel like you have to build up the color a little bit to get like the most color payoff. I go back with the brush that I used before to blend out the edges. Okay, so I'm going to take Motion, which is the black in this palette. It isn't a matte black, which I wish it was. I wish it was like just a plain matte black, but this one does have some shimmer in it, but I'm hoping it's kind of like one of those shimmers that like once you start blending it out, all the glitter kind of falls out. But I also don't mind the black with glitter because it is really pretty, and I feel like if you would put that all over the lid for like a smoky eye, it would be stunning. Take some of the Motion shade and I'm gonna start putting this on the outer corner. I want to make this smoky, so I'm just focusing this on the outer V like that. Just gonna do that shape and then just start blending that out, kind of dragging that along the outer half of the lash line and then a little bit in the outer crease up here. Noticing any of the shimmer? Dude, there's like so much eyeshadow down here. I'm not noticing any of the shimmer, so that's good. You just tap it off like that, most of the shimmer kind of comes off. So yeah, I'm just focusing this on the outer V of the eye. Okay, so now that I have that down, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I will clean up everything underneath afterwards, but for now we'll just leave it. I'm just taking my primer and I'm going to cut the crease with this because it is like a tinted primer. This is a Makeup Shack like flat brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but I always use this brush and like another brush to cut my crease. But it's just like a nice flat brush like this. And I'm going to start cutting my crease. Not sure like how far up to go to do your cut crease so like the shimmer and stuff on the lid won't transfer. This is, I mean, most of you guys might know this, but some of you guys may not know this. Just take the primer kind of on your lid. This is like specifically if you have more like hooded lids. Look straight and then you'll see like where your crease should go. It'll like leave a little stamp if you just look straight like this, and then you can see like where you need to cut. And I just like to go about halfway. Just go in with Light Up. It's a metallic white. It's this one right here, but it kind of has like a pink shift to it. It's this bottom one right here. It's really pretty. I'm going to use these shimmers. I think they're really nice. And take Light Up on the first half of my lid. Like this might be one of those kind of shadows that you want to use with your finger. So I feel like it just picks up a lot better with my finger. Color payoff using your finger. It's kind of one of those eyeshadows that like, I don't know how to explain it. I guess you have to like feel it to explain it. But you know those eyeshadows that you just know work better with your finger and they just like kind of don't pick up with a brush? It's one of those. You just like apply it with your finger first, and I'm just taking it like the first half of my inner lid, and I'm going to leave the middle blank because I'm going to go with another shade. But yeah, I would just apply it with your finger and then use your brush to get a little bit more precise because it does pick up with a brush, but it just doesn't apply the same way. But once it's on, it's really pretty. Go in with Alice, which is like this, what is this described as? A metallic lavender. You guys know I can't pass up a lavender. It's this shade right here. I love this shadow. It's so pretty. And I'm going to take some on my brush just to kind of get some precision, and then I'll go in with my finger. Putting this on the center of my lid. Ooh, this is pretty. But that is really pretty. Get little brush that I use with the black to just blend the edges into that lavender shade. Color is really pretty too. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this color. This is Fun Tonight, which is the bottom blue down here. This is described as a metallic teal blue. I'm gonna take some of this over the edge over here. Ooh, okay, actually I really like that color. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that. This is literally so pretty. I'm taking over, like, kind of over the metallic lavender because I feel like the shade Alice and Light Up almost kind of look the same when they're next to each other. Like, you can tell the difference between, like, the lavender and the white, but it just almost blends in super easily together. Blue is stunning. Ooh, I love that. That's the shade Fun Tonight. That metallic teal is beautiful. I'm going with the Punk eyeliner from Haus Labs. I'm just gonna do a little liner moment. I love this eyeliner. Like, once it dries matte, so I'm gonna go over the edge just to kind of blend that in with the black outer corner. A little small brush with motion and just kind of blend out. You see how, like, it starts off being like liner, and then it just smokes out into the outer corner. That's what I wanted. So I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my face and then we'll do the lower lash line. And I went ahead and just finished up the rest of my makeup. I want to finish the lower lash line before we move on to, like, I will do lips on camera just because that's easy. But I just wanted to do my foundation and everything. I'm gonna take, I think, Sign. I don't know what the name of this shadow is. This one. The, like, cobalt blue one, and I'm gonna take that along my lower lash line. So just clean up your eyeshadow. Just the best part of doing your makeup because it looks so messy at first, and then, like, once you clean it up, it looks so good. So I'm just taking this shade along my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the shade Peace, which was the aqua that we used, to blend that shadow out, connecting that to the outer corner over here. And I'm gonna go with a little, like, shader brush, like a little tiny one like this, with Motion, which was the black. And I'm just taking this on the outer part of my lower lash line, like close to the actual lash line, like nice and tight right there. And I'm just connecting that up to the corner. I go with Free Woman, which is the silver, that shade right there. And I'm just gonna put that on the inner part of my lower lash line. Yeah, the shimmers, like, definitely don't pick up with a brush. I think this is definitely, like, something you want to use your fingers with. So I'm just putting that on the inner part of the lower lash line. I kind of want to take a little bit of Replay, which is the purple in here. A little bit of that. And kind of just put that in the middle between the silver and the black and see what that does, because why not? Has a little something. It's not too crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go put on my lashes and then we'll finish off the look with lips. I applied my lashes. These are the Boldface makeup. What are these ones called? Star Power? Yeah, Star Power lashes. Taking the Haus Labs On Point RIP lip liner. I could just use this, like, on its own. I love the Haus Labs lip liners. They're so creamy. I'm gonna go in with my favorite lipstick ever. This is the Dust Lip Crayon. I want to keep it pretty nude because my eyes are a lot. I love this lipstick so much. It's like the only lipstick I wear these days. So I think that's it. I think I might take a little bit of my Dulce lip liner from Alamod Cosmetics just to kind of add some definition right here. The corners. That's pretty much it. Let me dust away this powder. So this is the finished look. I love this look. I love how it came out. I think it's so pretty. I swear, like, when I do a cut crease, I just forget how much I like doing cut creases. Let me give you guys my final thoughts on this palette. So I love the packaging. I think it's really nice and it feels really nice and sturdy. I love that the pans are a little bit bigger than they look in, like, pictures and stuff. They don't look like they're gonna be that big, but they are. They're like a decent size. So I like that. I like the packaging. I like the color scheme. I love that they did blue because I feel like blue is not something that, like, I know they started off with a like neutral palette, and a lot of times when like brands start off with like neutral palettes, they'll just go into like the more warmer neutrals, like more oranges and like reds and stuff, and you don't really ever see blue. Blue is like not the easiest palettes to come by. I love blue eyeshadow, so it's really hard to come by blues, and I like this palette. Is it my favorite blue palette? No. I still think that the ColourPop Blue Moon palette is the best blue palette ever. That one is just so vibrant, and I do like this one though. I think this is like one of my favorites of the blue eyeshadows I've tried. There's just so many blues that are just like not pigmented at all. Like they're super dusty and ashy. I don't know why, but I guess blues are really hard to make. Like a chemist, or I don't make makeup, you know, so I don't know, but I just feel like from the blue eyeshadows that I've tried, blues are just like not the shadows that most brands can do. I don't know why, but I still think that the ColourPop Blue Moon is the best blue palette I've ever tried. That one is just so vibrant, and that's kind of what I wanted from this one. Like when you wear the Blue Moon palette from ColourPop, it is so vibrant. Like it is insane how vibrant that eyeshadow is. The eyeshadows in there are, it's just insane. That's kind of what I wanted from this one, and I do really like the blues in here. I think they're still really easy to work with. I just wish, like, especially like the cobalt blue and like the teal. Actually, I like the teal. I think the teal was the best blue out of here, but I just wish like the cobalt blue was like a little bit more vibrant, and I just wish that they were just like a tad bit more like pop, like in your face kind of blue. Overall, I still think it's a good blue eyeshadow palette, and I think if you are somebody that's not super comfortable with working with colorful eyeshadows, and especially more like pigmented colorful eyeshadows, I feel like sometimes it could be a little intimidating going into like a colorful palette and they're like super pigmented and super vibrant, and it's like if you mess up then it's kind of hard to go back. This one I feel like is really easy blue eyeshadow palette to use. I mean, I still think it's nice, and I really like the shimmers. I will say that you do have to use your finger for the shimmers. Brushes will like not pick it up. If you have the Huda Beauty, like the little brushes like this with like the sponge tip, I think that actually might work. I didn't even think to use that until right now. Let me see. Let me try to pick it up. Okay, yeah, see, like this kind of brush, the ones that Huda launches with her palettes and stuff, they just apply them a little bit nicer just because they have that like sponge tip. So I think if you have any like sponge tips, you don't necessarily need like the Huda brush, but if you have like a sponge tip applicator, those actually apply them really nicely. So, you know, like the ones that come with like a little bit cheaper palettes and stuff, I think that'll work fine. I don't think you need to buy like the Huda brush. I think your fingers are going to be your best bet because I don't know how to explain it. I don't know like what type of shimmer this is. Like I've tried shimmers like this before. I just don't know exactly what the name of them are. Like maybe like a more, it's not, I don't want to say it's dry, but it's like a more drier shimmer, but it just makes it so sparkly when it is like that. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just kind of like something you have to like work with. If anybody knows like what kind of shimmer I'm talking about, then let me know in the comments down below, but I'm really bad at explaining things. I really like the shimmers in here. There are some that are like not my favorite, like Rain on Me just like was not that pigmented, that one, and Replay, it's okay. It's, again, it's not super pigmented, but I have it on my lower lash line and I think it looks pretty. Just gotta build that one up. But like all the other ones, like Alice, that one is super pretty. Light Up, Fun Tonight, that like one shade that I put like on the center of my lid, the black was nice. Like those ones are all really nice, so I think the shimmers are good. My only complaint is that I just wish that it was like a little bit more vibrant. That's about it, but other than that, I think the shimmers in here are really pretty, and I like the color scheme, and I'm glad that they went with like blue because I love blue eyeshadow. I think $48 is like, it's getting up there with like the price. I think it is like on the more pricier side, not super expensive. Like I know Huda Beauty's palettes, I think Huda's are also like 18 pounds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I think hers are like 60 something, like 60, is it 65 or something like that, 62, I don't know. So 48 is not too bad for 18 eyeshadows. If you break it down, it's how much is that? $260 per eyeshadow, so not that bad when you think about it in like terms like that. So if you like blue eyeshadow, I think I would definitely say pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. Personally, do like it, and I can see myself using it a lot. Mainly because I don't have a lot of blue eyeshadows that I do like, so I'm happy to have another one that I do like because I constantly use the ColourPop one when I want to do something blue. That is my final thoughts on this palette. Let me know down below if you guys are going to pick this up, if you guys are going to pass on it. What do you think? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video.